Hi, everybody. It is Andrea from Energy Healing by Andrea. I hope everybody's doing good. The Mercury retrograde has begun, which means that we have to do a whole bunch of work, but the work is worth it. So, whenever we have these moments of annoyance, these triggers, these things that come up from the past that we just seem to keep reliving, that's a sign that we need to work on stuff. And it's a sign to see if we're ready to reach our next level. And so, whenever something happens, really think about, why is this coming up? Why is this situation happening again? Why am I getting upset by this? And connect it to other things in your life that maybe you haven't worked through. Now, um, shadow work sucks. I mean, I love it because I know that it's making me a stronger, better person and then it's leading me to better places. But until I reached that point of knowing that, I was very irritated every time that one of these things would happen. Now, I bought a book because I was reading about something completely different, but it was this book called The Ascended Master's Book of Ritual and Prayer. And I bought it for some other reason, but I was reading through it. I was asking my pendulum the sections to read, and this particular day, somebody wrote some not so nice things on one of my posts, and I was reading this particular chapter or section as this happened, and I felt like it was like this big light bulb that went off, because the old me would have been hurt. I would have been ruminating about it forever. I would have been like just upset, angry, whatever. How dare this person? And it affected me completely different after I read this particular chapter. So this is about Lady Portia and the ritual of initiation. I'm going to read you a couple little points from this because I just think it's like very interesting and might be a little clear to some people that have a problem understanding why we need to do like the shadow work. And I might have to read it silently for a second before I find the sections because it's like 12 pages. Anyways, so the one part says, I am the guardian of all those things that wait. I am the watcher on the way who stands at the gateway, the protectress who prevents all those who are not ready from passing through the gates of initiation, which will bring them new life and understanding. I am at times seen as a shadow, dark and fearsome, challenging and evil, but I represent and uphold that which must be transcended before it is known that a neophyte is ready to become a priest or a priestess, before a boy is ready to become a king, before a seeker is ready to become a co-creator with power. Without challenge, no form of reward can be truly relished and savored. Without resistance, no forward flow could be enjoyed. Without the control of the teacher's hand who presents the examination paper to see if the student has learned his lessons, will there be no sense of accomplishment. In the lifetimes which I have led, I have often played the part of the darkness, of the temptress, of the enchantress. The power which I operate with and through has been known in many cultures. I am the troll who tests the billy goat's gruff. I am the giant who guards the magic harp. I am the wicked witch who prevents Dorothy from finding her way home. I am the second path which lies before you, which tempts you to journey deep into the forest where the wolf lies. I am not evil, but I am at times dark. These are two different things. My role, my purpose, and my function is only to see if you are ready. For if you are not, and you are allowed to pass through the gateway into the other realms of your own evolution, you would be destroyed, consumed by power, which you are not yet capable or ready to handle or work with. I am the divine fuse, a safety valve, which prevents you from entering into those realms which you are not prepared for. I am the lock, and if you are ready, then you are the key. Initiation happens many times throughout our lives and in many different ways. Some initiations take place daily and slip past consciousness unnoticed due to the business of society, its pace and speed. So darkness is truly not bad or evil, but simply another way of experiencing life, another way of growing, another way of evolving, another way of gaining power and journeying closer. So that's kind of a basic synopsis of this. I hope that's the right word, of this section. But pretty much what it's saying is, we want all the things. Everybody wants all the things in life. And if you think about it, if we got all the things without doing the work, how satisfying would that be? It really would not be satisfying. But The things that are holding us back from getting the things are things that we sometimes are not noticing, and we are not aware that this is our lesson, and then we keep going back into this loop of these same behaviors over and over again. So this time, this retrograde, and in life in general, when things happen, when you're triggered, when you're feeling awful, think, why is this happening? How can I take a different route than what I took before so that I can lead myself to this different place, to raise your vibration, to get to that next point? It's like if they were to give a palace or a land to some kid that's 5 years old. What is that child going to do? They're going to play, they're going to do all of this stuff, they're going to make decisions that are not right for a country. So whenever we are finally ready to get to that next level, we're allowed to go there. But if we haven't learned the lessons, if we haven't done the work, if we haven't reached that next step, then they're not going to let us go to the next step because we aren't going to be able to handle what's behind that door. So every time, you got two roads. Are you going to take the same path? Or are you going to make a different choice that's going to be like, okay, I have the key and I can go to this next path now. So think about that every time that something happens this month, in the next 30 days, because we have that retrograde, then we have the post-retrograde stuff that happens. And then just whenever you start to do that, you're going to start to do it in all areas of your life all the time. And whenever you see it and you're like, oh my God, this is like one of those tests, then you can see if you can pass it. And if you fail, you failed, but at least you know what's behind that door. Like, you know that you have to reach that level of that step to pass to get through the test the next time. So even if you fail, it's still further than you were before. So keep that in mind. Again, this book, amazing. The Ascended Masters book of ritual and prayer. And I find it so interesting, and I love everything in there, and it has been very helpful to me, and I refer to it all the time, and I talk to my clients about it all the time, and especially this chapter. It's super important. It's all about what we have to do in our lifetime, and it's what's going to lead us to those next points of wonderfulness. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.